Welcome back to a monthly series here on the channel. I just, not too long ago, a couple days ago prior to recording this, wrapped up the ranking of every movie I watched for the first time in 2025. And now, naturally, I'm here to kick off 2026, continuing the monthly tradition of ranking every movie I watched for the first time in that previous month. I will say, if you're new to this series and to the channel, I keep it spoiler free, so because it's going to be a random assortment of movies. I don't want you have to fear. I want you to have to fear that you might be spoiled for a random movie at any time. Um, and the other thing I like to preface is the ranking is not end all be all. Many times my opinions change throughout the year. Even if you look at my ultimate ranking of 2025, things moved around all over the place. But I try my best in the moment, so it's more first, initial reaction, like less than a month time removed, or about a month's time removed from certain movies, but always subject to change. And one being over another isn't like a death sentence to the movie below it. It's just all in good fun, and really it's just an excuse to talk about all the new movies I watch every month. And this is the saddest one yet. All right. I will say this. I really went all in on the movie momentum last year, going all in on watching movies frequently, and ended up getting myself to 200 movies, which was far and away the most movies I'd watched in a year. Previously, it was like 52 was my record. It's crazy. And my goal essentially for this year is not trying to go that crazy, but I am trying to go to 100 because I think that's still feasible. And my idea was that to try to keep it to at least 10 movies per month, and that will be have me clear it easily. But these first couple months, because I'm recording this at the very end of February for January, I already know I didn't watch too many more in February either. Not a great start, but we can lock in. We can lock in. So that's why, as you see in the thumbnail, only 4 movies I watched for the first time this month. Yeah, not great. But look, it is what it is. You're literally going to see the thumbnail. I just now realized this. I don't even care that it kind of like, I don't know, it doesn't really spoil anything, I guess. But it's funny. I always pick 4 movies that fit for just to have a couple interesting ones in there in the thumbnail. And this time it's every movie represented in the thumbnail. And a thing I started doing towards the end of last year is, along with the rankings, there will come tiers with it throughout it. So I'm not putting on a tier list, but essentially it's a very nuanced tier system. I'm gonna say when we enter a new tier and then go like number or whatever is this movie, and keep going and say whenever we change tiers. So the bottom is terrible, not good, okay, good, great, amazing. All right. And they're generally representative of my scores on Letterboxd, which you could check out as well if you'd like. I post a review for every movie I watch, whether it's detailed or not. It depends. But yeah, not every tier is represented, as you will clearly see here, because only 4 movies are not going to fit into every tier. All right. So we're going to skip up in the beginning. We're going to start with the okay tier for number 4. Number 4, The Rescuers, 1977. This is, of course, a Disney film, and this was literally decided by random, because I've decided to do this thing where I have a list of Disney movies, both older ones that I hadn't seen, like this one, and ones that I want to rewatch as well. Ultimately, I'd say it's pretty unremarkable and unmemorable as far as Disney films go for me. I don't know if it's a harsh take or what. There's some cute voices. That's about it. There are particular sequences where they would go on, action sequences that have like very minimal sound and music, and it would like just felt empty and lacking excitement. Honestly, that's the biggest crime of this movie. It just does not have much memorable many memorable things going for it. Really just kind of fades into obscurity for me for Disney, having already just watched it last month. Crazy. Number 3, Together 2025. Together was a movie that was early on in the year, got some buzz, and really kind of fell to the background, and no one talked about it at the end of the year at all. Dave Franco and Allison Brie are the stars. They're like an actual couple in real life and everything. And look, for me, I understand why it faded and wasn't as memorable. But for some people, I see them with really high scores, and I still don't see them talking about it. It's kind of a weird thing. Basically, the reason to watch this movie, and what you're really kind of teased with in the trailers, is just the unhinged devolvement of things and that body horror element, which is obviously the key thing that kind of hooks you. Just from even like the movie poster with the eye, the weird eye thing, which is a striking scene, but I'd say for all that it's worth, talking about the body horror stuff as like the reason to watch it, I found some of it actually extremely stupid looking and was distractingly so as the film progressed. So yes, it's absurd and it understands that at points. It's like grotesque. It just devolves and devolves, but it just didn't work for me. And I came into this movie fully expecting to be like, I was all in, hoping to get just taken by the world and whatever weird shit was going on. But like, I like weird shit, but this weird shit just didn't click for me fully. It was okay. Number 2, The Housemaid. Notice how we're still in okay tier. Like, this is crazy. Literally the worst batch of movies ever in this series, over a year of doing this now, and the least amount of movies too. So bad break for me with these films. This one was decently fun. This is if you don't know by name, it's based on a book, but it's stars Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried. You might have seen the movie posters, the promotional stuff. I really like Amanda Seyfried and stuff. You know, I like anything she's in pretty much, or I like her in it. I just enjoy watching her. Sydney Sweeney is Sydney Sweeney, so take that as you will. I didn't think she wasn't horrible or anything. She's just nothing to write home about. You know, she just serves a certain purpose, a certain demo we're going for here of like obviously those sexy scenes. They needed someone to fit the bill for that, and she does, of course. So I mean, I didn't mind those two. That's like a fun combo. And it's a decently fun thriller, and it's like over the top. It's not too serious. It ended up getting a little more compelling than I thought, but even so, like the way that the film went towards in the middle portion, you know, the twist of it all, it's just like a little much. It's not really. It was like a little heavy-handed, and then it's just some extra stuff. So if you go into it and you know it's like it's unserious, fun time, then you'll enjoy it. But don't expect anything beyond that. There's not really much to take from it, and I don't think it's gonna stick with me that much. But I can't say I didn't have fun. I can't say that. It was a fun time. It just, I don't know if it was fully satisfying. And with that, number 1, we're going into the good tier. All right, look at this. Number 1 movie of January 2026 is a good movie. It's Atlantis, The Lost Empire. Another random Disney pick. I guess I was just feeling Disney a couple times in January. It's kind of often batched in a similar group as Treasure Planet, and there's like kind of offbeat, black sheep type Disney movies in that certain era, like early 2000s. And while I think I enjoyed Treasure Planet, I would say significantly more, there's stuff I really enjoyed about Atlantis, and it is a solid film. I loved Kita's character design. I think that's just like really an inspired look, and I love that. It's very like it sticks out of my mind. It's always stuck out of my mind just from thinking about Disney movies. Like I'll instantly recognize this one, even before having seen it. Michael J. Fox, I had no idea he was in this, but his voice was instantly recognizable to me. That was great. And so there's some fun stuff in here. It's just not fully fleshed out in that anything that's going to be an incredible film for me. So ultimately, it ends up being just good. Another aspect I almost forgot about now that we've done the entire ranking is I like to mention briefly my rewatches and say hypothetically where they would be in the ranking. And this one is easy. It would be an easy number one if it were a first time watch this month, and that's Marty Supreme. I rewatched Marty Supreme to show to my girlfriend. I was glad she really enjoyed it, and it was a lot of fun. I'm glad I rewatched that. Still such a thrilling roller coaster of chaos in that film. So that's it for my January 2026 films. This is crazy. Nothing close to anything any other month. I had a weak very first ranking, I think. Forget how many movies that was, and there was a smaller one there, but nothing quite like this. 4 films. That's sad. I'll do better, I promise. You might need to give me more time than February though, because that one's just about wrapped up when I'm recording this. This is pretty much the last day of February. So, but yeah, I just been on more of a video game kick in these first couple months. I think that's the biggest thing. Is whereas I would usually fill in movies in some of those pockets of free time, it's been like almost all games, and I've been knocking out games. So, been productive in some regard, just not in the movie industry. But more on the way. Award season's coming up. Like, that's another thing too. Well, we're in award season, but the Oscars are still coming, and I do have a couple movies to still clean up for that. So I'm obviously gonna have to push in some movies. I thought it was gonna be more than it is. I need to act with more urgency than I feel like I should right now. But at this point, it's become clear that I'm not gonna be able to watch all of them just based on availability alone. There are a couple that are just I don't think will be available even online by the time the Oscars come out, which is just annoying. But I'll see. I'm trying to get as many as I possibly can. And yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel for more things on film, television, reality TV, and leave a comment below with your thoughts. Like the video, and take care. All right.